Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to your magical moon message. This is the Peace Dealer. Ah, yes. As we complete Aries season, there is an important completion, culmination, and most importantly, harvest of the essence and depth of your power as it pertains to your identity. Moon in Scorpio, Sun in Aries, post full moon, eighth house effect. We're coming into the final degrees of Aries. So it's very symbolic as the moon coming into Capricorn will, in its cardinality, push us into the promised land, coming down into the gauntlet with some of the, most incredibly quick manifestation that you may have ever experienced. You may be feeling this sense of urgency that you're missing out on so much around you, but there's an unseen facet of yourself you're still integrating and aligning with, to where even if it looks like you're being surpassed or things are moving quickly, it is always worth the time it takes to align. I stole that entire quote from Teal Swan, by the way. Everything I just said right now, I completely stole from Teal Swan. I heard her say that and I thought it was awesome. So I just said that. So yeah, make sure that in this alignment, you don't necessarily rush yourself to put stuff out or to, commit to things just because you feel you should be or you think you should be doing it, as much as really taking your time to gather yourself. Because in the next 3 days, we're not only stepping into the promised land, but we're effectively manifesting the originality of your character that you are transcending and completely manifesting it. It's becoming real at a level to where everything conceptually you have seen about yourself, you're physically and practically creating the foundation to step out. Plus supernatural phenomena and literal aliens. It'd be more accurate to say literal alien frequencies, as the whole purpose of this shift into this period was to align your sensory ability to process extra dimensional frequencies and vibrations with the ability to integrate said perception into your social experiences, as this will change the game in understanding in context why and how, more emphasis on why with Neptune and Pisces, everything is happening the way it's happening. So, think of it as like the camera adjusting with your perception, and you start to notice aspects of your reality that have always been there in your behavior, in your immediate environment. And it just kind of clicks a lot more. You're also coming into more susceptibility of direct attacks energetically from others, which now, as everyone is evolving, the nature of these, connections is more instant, hence more uncomfortable. And this is why I can joke and just say suck my dick, because that's a classic example of eccentric vulgarity that now, in relation to such projection, almost balances it with any sense of authenticity, whether vulgar or not, whether with vulgarity or not, keyword authenticity. So as you, and this is going to be very extreme, with the moon squaring Saturn but opposite Uranus, as you go through this depth, you're going to find more than ever, as this has been a subtle effect every single moon in Scorpio transit, that if you think about what Scorpio represents, Taurus is physical strength, okay? Leo is spiritual strength, hence courage. Aquarius is mental strength, and Scorpio is psychological / emotional strength. So, it's protection against Juju, ruled by Pluto. This is the psychological understanding that helps you literally expose and see through layers upon layers of deception and passive aggression and into the true intent, which is a form of defense. It's pure energy. It's nothing that if someone was stupid, they would really get, because they would just fall and succumb to their own vices and psychological manipulation. So every moon in Scorpio, you are induced with social experiences with this multi-layered illusions in connection to Neptune that makes you stronger. Even if you break down, because it's not going to feel like you're getting stronger. It could even feel very frustrating, but you're getting stronger. If you think of the regenerative quality of Scorpio that breaks you down before you ascend and come back again, this is going to be very key, because you're going to feel more than ever direct attacks to your character that bounce off of you because you're in your authenticity. Reflexively, any phony shit that's done, it's going to hurt when that's called out, as it should, with the Chiron and Aries. But what this is going to effectively transform, because this is the point of this. First of all, a lot of people are bitches. And it's easy for me to say this and you to laugh it off, especially when it comes through the Aries or Gemini channel. It's not taken as seriously. So, you're hearing a 31-year-old, kid on YouTube say a lot of people are bitches. And when I say that, I mean that applies to a lot of people, a lot of distinguished PhD masters, even people who aren't college educated, especially people who aren't college educated, especially people who are college educated. A lot of people are I'm not going to say they're fucking stupid, but they act fucking stupid. No, a lot of people are fucking stupid, okay? And that's not for me to just diss people. This is part of a pandemic. I'm not gonna call it a vibrational pandemic. But when I say a lot of people are fucking stupid, I'm not necessarily echoing a new idea. I'm only saying something that you will hear everybody say. Like if you were to walk down the street and ask 10 people, 9 of them would say, yeah. You'd have like the couple would be like, no, people have the potential to be good. A lot of people are fucking stupid, okay? And there's a lot of reasons for that. But the reason why I want to say it like this is, if you think of a lot of the world's issues that we wouldn't have, one, if people weren't so stupid, in part due to because of people's inability to just hold space with other people, whether there's judgment or non-judgment, to at least hold space and actually connect, not forcing connection with other people, but be in a position to actually experience and disassociate between your idea of who someone is versus who someone really is. And what makes a lot of people stupid is their inability to disassociate their belief systems with reality. It's not that people don't have the potential to be smart. No, people are some of the most brilliant and genius individuals ever. That's why a lot of people are stupid. They use their intellect to do dumb shit, like judge other people, cheat other people, kill other people, lie to other people. Okay, so like, I'm not trying to make a defense of why I think people are stupid. The preface to this is, in relation to the projection you get, Scorpio hates Aries because Aries is so selfish to Scorpio. Aries really is the one, exalted, and the moon is in its fall. So Scorpio teaches Aries that, hey, you can focus that intensity of character towards deeper social themes instead of skirting the superficial and doing things for your own personal glory. So Scorpio is a wiser, more mature vibration than Aries, especially when you think of, 33 to 44, which is Scorpio, and then 0 to 2, which is Aries. So this moon coming through Scorpio, you're going to realize that the projection you've gotten before from weak little bitches, okay, it doesn't hurt. Like, it's less impactful. You're able to actually confront it, Aries Sun, directly and speak to it in ways that break you through. This is a breakthrough transit. Hence, with the pain of transformation, you shed weight and you were going to go into Sagittarius shining bright like a light bulb. I was going to say like a motherfucker, but like a light bulb. So here's the thing. Scorpio is a wiser, mature vibration. But let's put this in context. The moon is in its fall. The moon in its dignity in Taurus is, I feel very valuable. The moon in its fall in Scorpio is very insecure. That does not speak to moon Scorpios. Although moon Scorpio individuals can relate to that, they have other planet placements that make them different. We're just talking about this transit. The moon in its fall in Scorpio is a hating ass motherfucker. To the sun in Aries, exalted, where now we have the positive Aries traits that aren't going to be wrapped up in selfishness. Unlike you might have seen in Aries suns, in the transit sense, we're going to now see, whereas I gave you an example of how Scorpio matures Aries, we're going to see the opposite dynamic where you're seeing very speculative, critical, psychological, passive aggressive with the moon shade thrown at your individuality. And this is where, when you recognize a lot of people are fucking stupid, you don't have to take it serious. And this is going to break you through. The people who are smart don't have to agree with you and suck your dick on everything you say. Most of them will actually call you out where you're out of integrity, but they're not going to let anything that might be contrary to what they believe threaten them to the point where their emotions now have them project on you. Because of the connection with Neptune, a transit like this is going to tap you deeper than ever into the collective unconscious current. And as you shine bright, the shade that's going to be thrown at you, even if conceptually, I don't mean at an individual level where JoJo show shade on me. This is just at a frequency level where there are things that certain people believe, and you can tap into the oppositions of that. Instead of running through that, you want to actually go through that. Instead of running from it, you want to go through that, through the fire, and transform through the fire. And this is what's going to step you literally into the realm of the gods as the moon goes into Sagittarius, and then we step into Taurus season, into the promised land. So this is transformation. We're literally stepping into ascension. This is all a part of a harvest of your character and superpowers. So expect synchronization to get deeper. And the last thing I want to say is it's time to transform. You're fundamentally going to be seeing results and the end of a certain aspect of yourself. And the most important part of this is you're connected and tapped in to lore. Some of you have legends that have been birthed with this conjunction. If you think about the last time we had Jupiter, Neptune, and Aquarius to now, you have achieved lore. You may or are will about to have good and or bad things written about you. That's a form of lore. Does that make sense? Mythologies, stories, testimonials about yourself. And many of you are not aware that you're on the precipice of something super grand. I was reading earlier about how in August 11 of 73, hip hop was born in Sedgwick Ave with DJ Kool Herc. And they didn't really know at the time that they were creating something that would take over pop culture right now in one of the greatest ways worldwide. It was just at most partying, and then morphed into a socio-economic political tool to speak out against inequality before it got, commercialized on all the bullshit. So you're a part of that right now. Many of you, Pluto Aqua, Pluto Pisces, Pluto Scorpio, Pluto Clap, Pluto Sag, they're gonna tell your tale. And you're not necessarily aware now. You know what I'm saying? Like, who would have thought like Nas and Jay-Z didn't know they were gonna be on a rap Mount Rushmore? You know what I'm saying? A lot of you aren't aware that your lore is going to actually expand even down the line. It could be super exaggerated tales or super very, accurate tales. Really meditate on this, because the moon in Scorpio is going to tap you into that, to something you can't see but you feel and are a part of. And a lot of you have accomplished the first part of your legend. You finished it. And you're going to expand on this with this new conjunction to heights that you want to really give yourself kudos to, because you completed it the past 12 years. So this is what you're transforming into. Claim it. Godspeed. Comment down below your legend if you want to share. Peace.